Hey guys, so today I'm doing my June wrap up and July TBR plus a mini book haul because I just came back from shopping and I got a few books, so I'm gonna show them to you. I guess I'll just get started with my June wrap up because I read a few books in June, so I'm gonna show them to you. Of course, I always have to knock something over. So the first book that I read in June was I'll Give You the Sun by Jandy Nelson, and this was amazing. 5 out of 5 stars. I think it's one of my favorite books ever, if not maybe my favorite contemporary book ever, like my top contemporary book ever. It was so good, guys. I think I'm going to do a review on this on my blog and maybe even a video. Maybe I'll actually do a video review this time because I have a lot to say about this book. It was beautifully written. Next book I read was Never Never by Colin Hoover and Taryn Fisher. And this book, guys, it's short, but it packs a punch. The cliffhanger at the end was like, ugh, it made me want to like just tear this little thing in half because it was like, oh, are you really going to end the book like that? And it was so mysterious and it was just very interesting to read, and I was just surprised with how much you could get in this big of a book. Like when the characters start to realize their own thing and like all this stuff, I was like, what is going on here? Because it is just really good. I really recommend this book if you're looking for a quick, like, mysterious thriller read, and I just wish it was longer because it was really good. 5 out of 5. Or like 4.5, 5. I don't know. I haven't really decided yet, but it was really good. Next book I read was, I just found my rings on my book. I totally forgot to put them back on. I read Just One Day by Gail Forman, and this was really good. Can you tell that I liked it? Because I don't know if you can tell. I gave this 4 out of 5 stars just because it did kind of bother me, the insta-love, because it pretty much is insta-love, and just it was really unrealistic, but at the same time I liked that about it because it was like, wow, this is never gonna happen to anyone, that I probably will go into in like if I do a review of this. 4 out of 5 stars. I do recommend it if you enjoy contemporary and if you're looking for like an easy read, because I read this in essentially a day. Like I started it the night before and then I finished it during the day, and it was really good. So yeah. Next, I reread a book, and that book was Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah. I don't know why I said it like that. It wasn't even a British accent, but I don't know. I really, really liked this book, guys. It was so good rereading it. I just hit myself. It was so good rereading it, and it just made me feel so nostalgic, and like I was like 5. I'm not kidding. I'm like 7 maybe. Made me feel like I was 7 again. And thinking that that was 10 years ago, because I'm turning 17 this year, is kind of crazy. Just like life is hitting me right now where I'm just like, oh my god, I'm turning 18 next year. I'm going into grade 12. Like I'm graduating. Like just a bit scary. Anyways, yeah, I reread it and I really enjoyed it. I'm gonna continue on my reread of the series because I've read the first 2 books, but I haven't read any of the other books. So I'm gonna reread the second book, and then I'm gonna read the rest of the books for the first time. So I'm so excited about that, guys. And it was just a really quick, fun read, and I think I'm going to go watch the movie soon, just because I really like the movie. 5 out of 5 stars. Really great. I like. Next, I read this big hunk of book, Percy Jackson's Greek Gods. Yay! Alright. This is by Rick Riordan, and it's illustrated by John Rocco, and I really quite enjoyed this. It was a very large book, and I am missing a page because this copy, I'll just show you, the pages were falling out quite easily at like one section of the book. They were fine the rest of the book, but at one section I lost a page. But other than that, it was really good. I love Percy and I love his narration, and just Greek mythology is amazing, and I'm so glad that I picked this up and I read it. It was just really amazing. And I really liked how Percy explained the Greek gods, and I learned some new things about Greek mythology as well, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. So that's what I read in June. I also read a bit of Geektastic, but I put that down, and I guess that was also kind of a wrap-up of my biannual bibliothon too. So yay. I didn't read as much as I would have liked this month, but I'm hoping next month I can read a bunch of books. I have quite a ambitious TBR, you could say, but there are 2 readathons going on in July, and I feel like I'm gonna go hard and participate in those. But first I'm going to show you my book memories jar. I started it. I saw something like this on Instagram, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. So I did it. It's just this jar where you put quotes that you like from books that you've read. At least that's what I think you do, and that's what I'm doing. And so I have a few quotes here. They're all from just one day. And I wrote them in a really, like, artsy way. Like, look at that. So artsy. And I stuck them in a jar. So I'm hoping to fill this up with book quotes that I enjoy. So yeah. Onto my mini book haul before we get on to my July TBR. I might read a few of these during July. I might switch my TBR around, or I might read more than my TBR. So we'll see. I'll just show you the books that I got today. First, I want to show you this journal that I got. It's a book journal from Moleskine, and it's like you have alphabetized tabs. And you write like title, author, publisher, quotes, nationality, date read, first edition, etc. And I'm really excited to fill this up with books that I read. And it comes with a bookmark that matches the cover of the book. So I thought that was really cool. I also got a few other journals from Dollarama because I want to journal again. Shout out to Witty Novels, Whitney, for putting up that journaling video, because I was like, wow, I haven't journaled in a while. I should start doing it again. Yay! On to the books. I'll start with the one that I actually bought. I just knocked the thing over again. I bought this book. The rest I didn't buy, but like I bought An Ember in the Ashes by Sabaa Tahir, and I've heard so many amazing things about this book. My voice kind of cracked. And I'm like, I need this in my life. So many people are saying how amazing it is. It already is optioned for a movie, I'm pretty sure, and it already is like it's getting a sequel, I'm pretty sure. So there's so much hype around this book. I'm really excited to read it. Like everyone, like I've seen so many people read it and they have all loved it. So I really hope that I like it, because I would hate to be that one guy that's like, I hate this book, and then everyone's like, what? So yeah, I'm really, really, really excited to read this though. There's so much hype around it that I just want to read it, and I have it so I can read it. These next 3 books were ARCs, and I'm part of their like Be First book club type of thing, and so they're like, oh, we don't have any book clubs this summer, like any sessions, but come by and we'll give you like a bundle. And I'm like, heck yeah, I want a bundle. So I went and they gave me 3 ARCs that I'm gonna show you. So the first one is The Beast of Cretaceous by Todd Strasser. This comes out August 2015, and I've never heard of this book. I've never heard of this author. I don't really know how to explain it because I don't really know what it's about, but I have that. I have Zeros by Scott Westerfeld, Margot Lanigan, and Deborah Biancotti. And when I saw this, I was like, a Scott Westerfeld arc? And then I was like, oh, there's 2 other authors, and I like how he puts like Scott Westerfeld's name is like the biggest, and then they're just like kind of down there like, hey, I wrote this book too. And the next book that I got, I'm very excited for. I've never heard of this book. I don't think I've ever heard of this book or this author, but the author sounds a bit familiar. But I read the back while I was walking out of the mall, and I squealed. I was like, ooh, like really loudly. It's A Madness So Discreet by Mindy McGinnis, and I read the back, and the reason I went, ooh, was because I got Mara Dyer feels, because this book is just giving me vibes of Mara Dyer, and I'm like, yes! Sorry, I just got really excited. You guys know how much I love Mara Dyer, and so this book giving me Mara Dyer, like, vibes, I was just like, The beautifully twisted historical thriller explores the fine line between sanity and insanity, good and evil, and the madness that exists in us all. I'm just so excited. And madness, Mara Amrita Dyer, Noah Elliott, Simon Shaw. Mara Dyer. I'm just really excited for this book. I think I'm going to read it this month as well. And it seems like I could read it really quickly. So, yeah. Those are the books that I just got. Onto my TBR, because I have quite a lot of books. First book is Onyx by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I I had this on my Rainbow-thon TBR, which that readathon totally failed, as you guys know. So I really want to continue on with this series and read the book. Next, I have Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets by J.K. Rowling, and I'm excited to reread this. It's so floppy, and like my editions are kind of like, I feel like they're just gonna fall apart. This one's not that bad though, so good for that. I'm really excited to reread this. The pages are even yellowing. Like this is so vintage, guys. Like this is vintage right here. I feel if I move my head, I blind you. Next, I want to start A Clash of Kings by George R. R. Martin. Last June, I read Game of Thrones, and I did it as a read-along, and I actually got through it surprisingly quickly. And so I'm hoping to at least start this and get somewhat through it this month. I don't think I'm going to finish it. Maybe I will. I don't know. But yeah, I really want to continue on with the series, and I really want to start watching the TV show because I've heard so many good things about it. So yeah. Next, I have Vanishing Girls by Lauren Oliver. I received this, like I got this from my local bookstore as an ARC a while back, and I haven't read it, and this book came out in like March, I'm pretty sure. So I feel bad that I haven't read it. Next, I have All the Light We Cannot See by Anthony Doerr, and I'm really excited to read this. It's like a historical fiction, and I've just heard a lot of great things about it, and it has like these things, so must be good, right? Right. Next, I have In the Afterlight by Alexandra Bracken. It is quite a big book, but I'm looking forward to reading it and seeing what happens in the end, and I hope it's a good ending because I really did enjoy this series. Next, I have A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas or Mass, I don't know. Yeah, I really enjoyed Throne of Glass, and so I'm just very excited to read another one of her books. And the last book I have here, I am very excited for. That's right, I'm rereading it. I've had an urge to just reread this series, and I'm gonna read them in my beautiful hardback signed edition that I haven't read because I read these in the paperbacks that I got for Christmas, like way back when, and then I loved them so much that I ordered hardback signed copies. So I'm very excited to go back and reread these and tab them up. I'm excited to read them and get my Noah Shaw and my Mardar, and I'm just excited for life. I don't know why I'm in such a weird mood. I ran this morning. That's probably why. This is what happens when I exercise. I get all like, woo, woo, woo. As you can see, I have a lot of books on my TBR pile. Probably, I'm not going to say that. I was going to say probably not going to read them all, but I might read them. Especially with like the readathons, and I'm really in a reading mood. Oh, I forgot to show you guys what book I'm currently reading. I'm currently reading The Girl on the Train by Paula Hawkins. I forgot to mention. I'm on page 30. Yeah. I haven't read today yet, but hopefully I'll read some later on tonight. But yeah, I do have quite a lot of books that I want to read. But that's okay. I'm up for the challenge. There are readathons, there is exciting things, and exciting books. So I'm just very excited to read. How many times did I say excited in this video? Count them, and I'll give you a virtual high five. Yay, if you can count how many times I've said excited. I'm excited to read all these books. There, I said it again. Alright guys, let me know your favorite book that you read in June and what book you're most excited for to read in July. My favorite book in June was I'll Give You the Sun, and my most excited book, the book that I'm most excited to read next month is probably reread The Unbecoming of Mardar. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to enter my giveaway because it still is open. Leave me a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. That'd be amazing. Yeah. Also check out my Instagram because I have been posting a lot of really funky photos. Go check that out. My username is thebook_mouse because the book mouse was taken. I'll see you guys next time. Have a fantastic day, evening, night, morning, life. Just have an awesome day. All right. Bye.